Ladies and gentlemen and ninjas, welcome back on the African Geekdom with I. Yaman JP. We're here for another review, another Rum and Coke review. We're here to review Reacher Season 3. Hit the intro, let's get into it. You know, I think we're so lucky, so blessed this year that two of the best action shows airing right now, side by side, are both giving us season 3s this year. That would be, by the way, Gangs of London and Reacher. And Reacher season 3 starts off with a bang, as it should. And they pulled out the stops this season. I don't know if the budget went up or whatever, but whew, my boy kicks ass this season. This season is based on, I think, book 7 of the Reacher series. Persuader, published in 2003. Bruv, I read this book 2003, eh? Man, how old was I? 21, 22? I don't know. Listen, but what I'm actually saying is, I did not know I had read this novel, but the minute they mentioned Bizarre Bazaar, I'm like, I know this one. Because I remember that. If I remember nothing about this book, I remember Bizarre Bazaar. I don't remember the events, but Bizarre Bazaar, I remember. This one, this season, you have my man, Reacher, who has to infiltrate the Bizarre Bazaar organization, assisting 2 agents, Suzanne Duffy and Agent Villanueva, as they track down what they think is a drug smuggling ring being led by Mr. Beck. And Reacher infiltrates this by way of befriending Mr. Beck's son, who is a very vulnerable little puppy dog. And shenanigans ensue from there. I'm trying to keep it spoiler free. A lot of motherfuckers get got, okay? I think Reacher has killed more people this season than he has in previous seasons. More nameless thugs get dispatched. Oh boy. Angel Dog, RIP. Not a spoiler, it happens very early on. The man won the most beautiful baby competition. I don't know what to tell you. And one of my favorite characters from the book, as in the show, is back. Maria Sten as Francis Neagley. I do not remember though if Neagley was in this book or if this is just something I did in for the show. And Alan Richardson as Jack Reacher, as always, he is impeccable and imposing this season. In case you haven't seen the trailers, he has a physical match, a physical foe who is beyond his match. Where the fuck they find this guy to play Paulie? He is huge. A rock and a mountain of a man.
Real bad man.
Was Brethren ever in Game of Thrones? I don't know. And like I said, the action this season is way up from previous seasons. We have a great finale, a great action-packed finale, and we get a proper villain this year. I don't really remember the villains from the previous shows. I know Terminator 2, the T-1000 was a villain in season 2, Robert Patrick, but it didn't leave much of an impression. Brian T this season plays Quinn. He wasn't on screen for a lot, or you get to see him from afar mostly doing shit, but when he shows up, this man is a psycho. And again, it brings me to the point that not every villain has to be relatable. This man has no redeeming qualities. We don't get a backstory of his cat being ran over by a military truck and that is why he's a military asshole or whatever. You get none of that. The man is just cruel and unusual and greedy. He does it for the money and he will do anything just to get rich. Doesn't care who he hurts, who he walks over, who he has to betray. Brian T did a great job as Quinn.
They tell me you're a man with true grit.
And as a matter of fact, I have to give him the MVP belt for this season. Yeah, Brian T as Quinn is my MVP. We get more by the way, backstory for Reacher this season, and it ties in directly with this villain. And I don't think, no, we haven't had a villain yet that ties into Reacher's past, but this one does. It ties back to his days as an MP, and good stuff, great stuff all around, by the way. I wonder what they're gonna cook for us next season. I want to see the book and I remember this one, the events of this one, where Reacher was arrested by the FBI for being a serial killer because there was a serial killer running around and he fit the build of the person they were looking for. He fit the profile, so to speak. I can't wait for that one. So I loved it. I'll give it a high recommend. And with my new rating system for action shows, maybe movies as well, I give the story a 9 out of 10 and the action an 8. I prefer the action in this show than I did in Gangs of London season 3. And on Pan Mishagi scale, I give it a Mr. Lover Lover.
Mr. Lover Lover.
Go watch it. I hope you'll enjoy it. Amazon, perfect show they just released. Please leave a like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you thought of this show. Which is your favorite Reacher season? Let me know. And as per usual, upon the African Geekdom, it's signed out your man JP. Live long and prosper. May the force be with you. May the odds be ever in your favor. Wakanda forever, my ninjas. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Sure way.